Foundation, 5 necessary aspects of a business trust. You know, I I decided that let's kind of engage with y'all. I want to engage with the audience, and how I do that. How I do that typically is, I do shows such as this where I say, I'm going to go over these 5 necessary aspects of a business trust, but these 5 necessary aspects of a business trust I am getting from a document. It's a document, it's a PDF document that I have no problem sending to you for free. You just have to email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Just put show document. And what's today? The 15th. Show document 915. And I got you. I'm going to email it to you for free, not for the fee, for the free. And, you can luxuriously do your dance, With that being said, let's jump into it. Now, I speak on trust a lot. I wax lyrical, wax poetic. I guess it depends on what region you're from, whatever, how that's said. I like both. I speak on the importance of a private estate, your business trust, asset trust, family trust, minimum. I discuss a lot of ways the distinctions between the trusts that we utilize here in the private as we transition to the private versus those that are created by statutory authority. Now, I want to be clear. Statutory law binds the procedural structure and creates entities that arise out of privileges derived only from the state. You have federal, state, and local statutory and regulatory authority is created by corporate or state legislative mandate. Statutory, or the charter of a municipality to regulate the government and to create the guidelines for the government's limitations with regard to the protected civil rights of private citizens. And that's probably as succinctly as I can put it. Not only the procedural structure, but the procedure on how these entities are created. Big no-no. We stay away from these dances. Now, why? Because within the United States Constitution, the authority for Congress to create statutory and regulatory laws is technically authorized under Article 1, Section 8. This authority is limited to implementing the delegated powers listed in Article 1, regulating elected or appointed officials, administrative agencies, courts, and the military. The courts have ruled that entities created under the jurisdiction of statutes or regulations, such as corporations, associations, statutory trusts, such as revocable inter vivos living trusts, sole proprietor businesses, sole proprietorships, partnerships, etc., they do not have common law rights such as the individual. Statutory law entities are creatures of the state and owe their existence and charter power to the state. A state chartered or sanctioned entity can make no contracts not authorized by its charter license. These statutory chartered entities are presumed to have been created for the benefit of the public, not for private enterprise. Most people today feel that or act as if they must ask the state, county, or city, or the IRS, their attorneys, some accountant, a doctor, the religious leader, their mama, that one uncle that did that one thing that one time, what they should do with their private and personal affairs. Most people are scared to death to make decisions. It seems consciously or unconsciously, many people believe they need to get permission from an external authority for practically everything they are going to do. President, what was it? Jefferson, if a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and never will be. Now, in distinction, the traditional probate avoidance revocable inter vivos living trust is a perfect example of a statutory law creation of the state. It is called a living trust because someone's life is connected to or associated with the creation and termination of the trust. The entire lifespan of a living trust is linked to the creator, who can gift real or personal property to the trust by a written agreement whose structure and content is governed by the state. While the grantor is live, all that they put into the living trust is a gift, and the matter of ownership is clear and concise, thus avoiding the antiquated probate system. However, living trusts cannot operate businesses. They are strictly a vehicle for transferring an estate from one generation to another. Upon the death of the creators, these statutory law trusts avoid probate fees and time delays, but they do not eliminate capital gains taxes, estate or death taxes, generation skipping taxes, appraisal fees, challenges in courts, governmental controls, lawsuits, creditor litigation, etc. They also die with the death of the creator or are allowed to die a slow death by the state. Living trusts are also usually revocable by their creator, which allows him to take back the property at will, to amend, revoke, or terminate the trust arrangement, and therefore allows others through legal procedures to do the same. The statutory law trust arrangements have specific Internal Revenue Code that pertains to their taxation, and therefore the assets are even accessible to them. The survival of your estate, personal and or business, is dependent solely upon fact, not uninformed, incomplete, and incompetent advice disguised as fact. Fear is the single deadliest enemy of everyone and the greatest ally of the ignorant professional and or neighborhood know-it-all, lawyer and or accountant or guru. Until you demand a complete accounting of the evidence that will support someone's advice, all that you have worked for or ever intend to acquire will continually be exposed to real, readied enemies about to lunge at your stuff. And straight sponge, not imagined, asset-threatening predators. Bottom line, allowing irresponsible opinions to influence any decision could mean that you have volunteered to become a potentially unwitting victim. Always demand all the facts before making a decision of this nature. Common law trusts are really not trusts. They are most commonly referred to as Massachusetts business trusts, but is also known as either a contractual business organization, CBO, an Illinois land trust, an unincorporated business organization, a business trust organization, a common law trust, a peer or equity trust, a blind trust, or an express trust, also known as a contractual company, but they are not trusts. Inclusive phrase to describe the type of business organization detailed, it's called a pure or true, unassociated, non-equitable Massachusetts common law business trust contractual organization. a common law contract in trust form. And I want y'all to remember that. A common law contract in trust form. Period. Now, what is a business trust? A business trust is a powerful entity by which individuals may combine their resources to operate a business for profit. A business trust is created when one or more individuals convey, transfer, exchange legal title to assets to the trustees. The trustees have vested power to manage and control all assets to which title was conveyed, transferred, exchanged, and to pay the profits of the enterprise to the persons who hold beneficial interest in the trust. Most attorneys will readily admit that they were never taught the mechanics of 1041 complex trusts during their average 3 years in law school. West Publishing Company, a major law book publisher who presently publishes about 60 volumes of Horn books, provides less than one volume to the subject of trust law. Likewise, the Corpus Juris Secundum, which contains approximately 130 volumes encompassing all major subjects considered important to American attorneys, dedicates less than one volume to trusts. And the primary subject matter discussed in that volume is the statutory inter vivos revocable family living trust variety. Now, I have the entire volume of Corpus Juris Secundum, and there is a volume on trusts and a volume on business trusts. And it is over 100 books, and they're not small books. Modern cases support the view that a business trust is an unincorporated business organization created by an instrument by which property is to be held by managed by trustees for the benefit and profit of such persons as may be or become the holders of transferable certificates evidencing the beneficial interest in the trust estate. Now, one of the biggest differences between a family trust and a business trust, and this is just me digressing, is that with a business trust, the certificates, the trust capital units, whatever they're called, they're transferable. You can transfer them most of the times, unless it's restricted within the instrument itself and therefore within the contract that, investors sign before they exchange or, invest assets into the trust. Generally, the certificates are exchangeable, whereas in a family trust, you can't exchange a beneficiary certificate. The beneficiary certificate is very specific and implicit. It names a specific beneficiary and heir of the family lineage, and it is for that specific heir, and that is it. So, trust administration, there are different nuances to it. We are specifically on a business trust, but I did want to point that out. I really did. Real quick. Blah. Where I want to let's get into the five, man. Let's just do it. First, five necessary aspects of a business trust. First, a business trust must be a non-grantor trust formed under the common law and constitutional right of contract. It's a non-grantor trust. So, can I be the grantor and the trustee? No, you cannot. Why? Because it looks too much like a grantor trust. That's what living trusts look like. The grantor is the trustee. No. Am I saying that there is no such thing as a private contractual trust where the grantor was the trustee? That's not what I'm saying. Does the foundation teach that? No, the foundation does not. No. It's one of the first, it is the first consideration when you're dealing with the specific type of trust that advances private wealth and is able to take advantage of contract protections. So, it must be a non-grantor trust. A business trust is often referred to as a common law trust because it finds its basis in the common law of contract and does not depend upon any statute for its existence. This raises the distinction between statutory trusts, which are those dependent upon a specific statute for their creation and construction, and common law trusts, such as a business trust described here. Most trusts formed by attorneys today are statutory in nature. This is why I tell y'all to stay away from attorneys most time when you're dealing with trust, because trust. Yeah, I know trust. They talking about statutory trust, man. The type of trust that we deal with is not a trust. It's actually a contract. It only comes under trust law on how the income is dispersed and how the income is taxed. In all other situations, it is a contract. So technically, you need to go holler at contract attorneys. But who am I? I'm just some dude who's out here talking. I could be crazy in the brain. Fam, I could be insane in my brain. But most trusts formed by attorneys are statutory in nature. This also distinguishes the business trust from corporation. Quote, the right to be a corporation and to exercise corporate powers is derived from the state. The power which creates has the power to destroy. The state has the right to limit the period of existence of its creature, the corporation, to provide conditions precedent or subsequent by laws existing at the time of its creation or by laws subsequently passed to destroy its existence for such reasons as may seem to be sufficient by the legislature. And you know, people are like, oh, we got a family business. That's cool. If it's an LLC or a corporation, all of the intellectual property, which means all of the branding, all of the logos, all of the trade secrets, all of, all that stuff needs to be owned by a trust and licensed to the corporate structure, because at any time the legislature of that state can have a meeting and legislate against that entity, can have a negative effect against that entity. Everything owned by this company that is organized by the state of Washington is owned by the state of Washington. Now the state of Washington effectively owns all your trademarks, your copyrights, so on and so forth. This is everyday simple stuff to people in the private, but to people like us, it's in or to wealthy people more specifically. But to people like us, this is like brand new. Like, oh man, I never thought about it like that. Yes, if you have a state-created entity, the state can legislate against that entity at any time it wants, in any session. There's multiple sessions per year. They can do it whenever they want. Whenever they want. The business trust described in this article is not a creature of the state or statute. It owes its existence to the common law and constitutional right of contract. Second, in order to have a valid contract, there must be a valid offer and acceptance of valuable consideration. People be missing this. You understand how many times I got a trust, you know what I'm saying, and I got my 9A number, and I'm like, yo, do you mind sending me a copy or a PDF of the trust document you got? Yeah, no problem, Sot. I'll send it to you, and there's no valid offer or acceptance of valuable consideration. Two or more parties involved. It'd be they name as the grantor and they name as the trustee and they name as beneficiary. Fam, you got took care of on that transaction, player. How much did you pay for this? How much did you call the guru right now? I can't get a hold of him. I'm just going to shoot him a text. Okay, yeah, shoot him a text and tell him exactly what just happened, what I just said to you, and see if they ever respond to you ever again for the rest of your life. I'm very interested. It really interests me. Real quick, we got about, I'm going to say 30 seconds left in the broadcast. You better use them fingers. 563-999-3625. Otherwise, you will be disconnected. The show, boom, you got to check out the archive. I'm kind of in the zone. We gonna, hey, we here, man. We gonna slide deep like a toboggan right now. Otherwise, you want to be disconnected. You got about 15 seconds. But yeah, I see his name, his signature as a grantor, and then I see his signature as a trustee. Yo, that's not two or more parties, man. That's one party, man. That's just some unilateral dance. Why you over here doing a unilateral dance, man? C, parties who are of legal age and competent understanding. And D, a termination date. Yummy private contract trusts I've seen where the life was a perpetual life. It was a perpetual existence, like a LLC or some corporation, like perpetuity. A perpetual life is only a corporate characteristic, and any private entity that avails itself of corporate benefits will come under and be governed or subject to corporate control. What? You think I'm playing? I'm not playing with you. The termination date. The trust better have a termination date, baby. Third, there can be no division of ownership in the trust assets. In the past, traditional business trusts were normally established with the trustee holding legal title to the trust corpus and the beneficiary holding equitable title in the form of shares of beneficial interest. But due to changes in tax laws and in order to achieve all of the desired benefits, all evidences of ownership, both legal and equitable, must reside in the trust's name or in the name of the trustee. This form of absolute ownership by the trustee or trust itself is referred to as fee simple absolute. This kind of allodial ownership enables the trustee to manage and dispose of the trust assets in whatever manner he or she wishes, in keeping with the terms specified in the trust document. Remember that. However you wish, as long as you're keeping in line with the trust indenture. Furthermore, the trust must be under the administration of an independent third-party trustee. The trust is irrevocable. It is managed by the trustee, who may appoint officers or agents. With a federal agency. They're agents. Fourth, the business trust, like all trusts, must have beneficiaries. Some companies selling unincorporated business organizations try to tell you that their UBOs have something else. But a rose is a rose, no matter what you call it. Units or certificates of interest are still units or certificates of interest, no matter what you call them. Therefore, the receiver of any distribution of a trust is a holder of at least one unit of interest or a fractional part thereof. Always beneficiaries. In the case of a business trust, the beneficiaries are the trust capital unit holders, the investors typically. And finally, fifth, the trust must avoid those corporate attributes which would cause it to be treated and taxed like a corporation under statutory provisions regulating corporations. The four corporation attributes are: 1, centralized management; 2, continuity of life. That's what I was talking about, perpetual existence. That's a corporate attribute. 3, limited personal liability of trustees. And 4, easy transferability of beneficial interest in the trust. If the trust possesses any 3 of these attributes, it will be treated as a corporation. As long as a business trust established to operate a business does not have the attributes of a corporation, it will not be treated or taxed like a corporation, but rather will be taxed as a 1041 complex trust. A business trust of the type described here is referred to as a pure trust, or a true trust, or an pure equity trust, or a pure business trust. In general terms, a business trust will provide benefits and flexibility not available with other forms of business organization. As a result, it is finding some new contemporary uses. An article in the Wall Street Journal illustrates one of the many uses of a business trust. Media mogul Robert Murdoch was confronted with a legal hurdle in owning both a newspaper and a television station in the same market. He solved the problem by placing the television station into a business trust. By doing so, Mr. Murdoch divested himself of legal ownership while retaining effective control of the asset by means of conditions stipulated in the trust document. Mr. Murdoch also retained all of the benefits derived from the profitable operation of the trust, since his news corporation was the trust's named beneficiary, holder of its capital units. Think about it. I suggest you do. And I'm just going to leave y'all with this. A properly designed and operated trust, business trust or otherwise, can provide the ability to control, manage, and perhaps limit both estate tax and current tax liabilities. And this is what everybody's looking for, right? Everyone. And this is, we learn this plus more in trustee training. Trustees have my private mobile number, can call me pretty much whenever they want. Most people are very respectful, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate the respect that I'm afforded and given by those that I work with, by those that I deal with. But trustees in the training here at the foundation, they have my cell number, and it's not a Google Voice number or some sort of Wi-Fi number. No, it's it's my phone number. It's mine. It's the one in my pocket. And not only, do we have the trainings every Sunday, but, you trustees have access to me, depending on what they're dealing with. They may be trying to open a bank account or title a vehicle, or maybe, do a deed for some property or something like that. Anything of that nature. You have the ability to give me a call and talk to me live on the phone, and be able to talk to me privately. Like it's just you and I on the phone versus, trying to talk to me over an open line, such as, you would maybe in the training call. But this is real. This is real. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your mother says, what your grandfather says. I don't care how much older they are. I don't care. They can say, well, I've been on this planet for 75 years and I ain't seen never near, not a near seen no. I don't care about any of that. I have done the sufficient and requisite study, research, and due diligence, as well as the specific actions that have given me ample experience to know that this private trust, this contractual entity dance is 100% real. It's not a joke. The joke's on you because most people don't know about this. That's why it can be, it's a conspiracy theory. I worked at this bank for 30 years and I've never heard. I've heard all of it. But when I start pulling out these big law books, Supreme Court citations, and start pulling case law out of my messenger bag in the meeting, things go different. And that's the type of person I am. That's the type of educator I am. I'm hands-on. I'm not playing with you. This isn't some theory and I read on some sort of PDF that I got from some secret BitChute channel. And I studied it for a couple of days and was like, oh, man, this is great. I could probably make some money off this. This is something I live. I live this every single day. The only personal checking accounts that I have control over are personal checking accounts of a credit profile number or credit privacy number, CPN, man. I call it Junior. Junior got a personal checking account. Everything else is corporate and trust account, man. This is not a game. This changes everything. The manager comes out and talks to you. The branch manager comes out and talks to you, says hello, and asks you if you need anything. This is a lifestyle. It changes things. You be watching videos on luxury watches before you get through. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with you. And if you were a sister, you'd be watching videos on luxury handbags. Why? Because once you step into this lifestyle and you get it correct and you get the finances correct, you start looking for places to put bread that will maintain its value. It's more than just gold and silver. It's more than just life insurance policies and endowments. It's diamonds, emeralds, pearls, classic cars, collectible art, collectible cars, collectibles. I never knew that there's a thing called investment handbags. Player, handbags, purses, man. What? Hold on. So you trying to tell me that I can invest in a purse? You're absolutely right, so Mr. L. And it just went off, man. Just went off. Means I can grab a handbag, bro, for $6,000 and hold it on some speculative stuff and then sell it in a year for $8,000 or $10,000, man. Or buy a handbag, a purse, man, for $4,000. Use it for 2 years and then sell it for $4,000. Same thing with luxury watches. We got gold, we got silver, we got the life insurance policy, we got endowments, we got money making money. The family business is doing well. The corporation, the LLC is doing well. Look, where else are we going to put this money? Start getting family heirlooms and things, man. Start looking at things different. This is 1% information. Hands down. Now, there's a responsibility on you. You obtain the information. You must comprehend the information. Then you must take action with the information. But as far as getting the information, I got you. Hands down, no problem. Email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Say, look, I want to get into trustee training. Trustee training opens up the doors, opens up the floodgates. It includes, trust administration. It includes business trust, asset trust, family trust. You got the Sunday trainings. You got my private phone number. You got your long forms, which is private. You got your short forms, which you use to evidence the existence of the private contract. You got the physical trust manual that you go through, on the trainings. It includes if you want to start an LLC, you want to start a corporation, you want to start your business, credit profile, all that stuff. It's included in the trustee training, all of it. You want to learn about endowments. You want to learn about private family banking. Well, you want to learn about life insurance policies with cash value, with the heavy death benefit, with the heavy riders. Private family foundations, tax-exempt entities. Look, man, this is the foundation. From here, the sky's the limit. The cloud's the limit. That star over there is the limit. But it's not up to me. It's up to you. So if you're interested, you got any questions, email me. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Say, Sot, I'm interested in trustee training. Be prepared because it's not cheap. Ain't no bubble gum. You ain't gonna put a couple quarters in a bubble gum machine and do 3 turns and think you want to, hey. The things that are worth it, things that the true and real things that you want and need are worth the sacrifice. You don't have to make that investment, whether it's energetic or fiat currency or some sort of value, some kind of value is going to be exchanged. That's the requirement. But it is what it is. And the power is in the application of knowledge. Where is that knowledge? It's in trustee training. What about the knowledge with the 5 necessary aspects of a business trust? I will email you that knowledge for free. Just email me. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. So you don't have to say anything. Don't say hi. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to be cordial. You don't have to be respectful. You can just say show document 915. Show document 915. That's the minimum. If you don't have that for minimum, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to put it in the trash because you didn't even say hi. And you didn't even get the minimum right. Well, that's it. 5 necessary aspects of a business trust. Believe it or not, it is what it is. If you're interested in that document, just shoot me an email. Like I said, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. If you're interested in any of the offerings that we have, check out welcometothefoundation.com. If you're interested in trustee training, which you cannot get information for nor sign up for on the website, you have to go through me personally. I either got to talk to you or read some of your emails. I got to read the words that I got to feel your energy, man. Because there's been plenty of people I'll be like, nah, it's not for you. How you going to tell me what kind of business you run? It's not a business, man. This is private. It's actually a charity. But the charity is run, in the way that it's run. It's privately. But it's definitely, the foundation is not a business. So, if your spirit ain't right, if your mind ain't right, you may get turned away or, be said to wait for a second. It is what it is. But yeah. If you're interested, email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com, trustee training. Maybe just book a consultation. Get your feel it out. But, we doing this dance over here. And, people's lives are changing. And, this is what? Foundation's in its 5th year. We're over 5 years right now in the foundation. And there's plenty of people who will tell you, like, yo, this stuff over here, this trustee training stuff was it changed my life. Plenty of people say that at this point. But, I'm not that type. I'm not the type to, hey, man, will you leave a review on the website, please? Like, there's no spot for a review on the website. So, no. It's not even like that. Because I know what it is. And those who know, they know. Those who don't, it is what it is. Go get a Sprite or something, man. Have a Coke and a smile. I'm just playing. But that's it for the show, yo. I trust that you ate. I trust, at the very least, there was a point at which you smiled and was like, this dude's stupid. Because I am. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. But I'm very intelligent. Dumb, smart. Smart, dumb, whatever it is. At the very least, I hope you smiled. I also trust that you learned something. I'm going to jump to the phone lines for a second, something I usually don't do, because I'm in a good mood. I want no games on my phone, though. I don't like people playing on my phone. I don't like people playing on my high frequency switchboard, man. I'm playing no games, man. But you got a comment, you got a question, you want to chop it up, man, just press 1. I'll take at least 1 call, man. Wait, ooh, look at this. Wow. Well, hello to y'all then. It's a few of y'all. Man, y'all ain't got nothing better to do with your life? I'm just playing with y'all. Hopefully you do eventually. But I appreciate y'all checking out the show. I'm just messing around. Don't let me look a gift horse in the mizzow, you know what I'm saying? Let me do this dance. Let me check out our phone. Randomly. I wish there was a program that we could randomly choose one of y'all. Let me do this one. 770 area code. That's Chicago or something? 770-0509. I got you. Peace. 770-0509. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace. This is Robert Stovall, calling from Orlando, Florida at the moment.
What's up, man? Peace. How you doing?
Lovely. I did smile. I don't know if anybody else smiled, but I smiled. I enjoyed the show. I laughed a couple times too.
Oh, great. I'm glad. At least it wasn't just me laughing.
Not because you was laughing, but good information and good entertainment for possibly entertainment purposes. Some of us may consider this to be entertainment, but I really just wanted to come on and say peace. First off, all the listeners, everybody, wherever y'all listening from, peace all the trustees in training. This thing is real. I just wanted to say a couple points real quick because it's about my bedtime. It's a lot going on in the world right now, man. I don't know how many of y'all are paying attention, watching, listening, looking. Obviously, if you're listening to the show, you have an idea of what's going on, what's coming. But now is not a time for procrastination at all. Now is the time to be diligent. Now is the time to be putting forth some action, because if you are not taking the necessary steps to protect yourself and your family, there's some major changes that's coming, man, in a lot of ways. Besides the poke, but just with these finances, with what our current president of the United States of America is proposing, there's a lot of changes coming down, man. And I would just, me speaking from personal experience, this thing is real. I am in trustee training. I honestly did not even know what it was that I was getting myself into. I just knew that it was something that I needed to do, and it took me quite some time to come to an understanding of what it was and for me to apply myself to it. So I'm encouraging any of you who are considering, reaching out to do so. It's in most of us to be this way, I think. I think a lot of us, knew without really knowing. You just look and know something's up and something's wrong and that you got to do something about it. So I'm encouraging you to take action. Secondly, I wanted to say that this thing is real. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Never hearing about it or not knowing about it and coming into the knowledge of, there could be some apprehensiveness, there could be some fear, there could be some things that may cause you to pause, but time is not on our side right now, y'all. So I'm one of those people that watches and listens and paying attention, man, and there's just a lot going on right now. And I just wanted to say that we don't have time, that we got to be diligent. That's what my point is. We do not have time, and we got to be diligent. Got to keep pushing, got to keep pressing towards the mark. So on that note, I'm going to let some of these other callers get in. I know when you tell them to hit one and they don't know that switchboard light up. I appreciate the love, family. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you personally. We appreciate you and the foundation. Shouts out to Uncle Yusef. Thank you for all you do as well. And, yeah, man, y'all keep studying. Y'all continue to invest in your private education, whether it be with the foundation or some other institution, because it's critical. It's important, very important. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you calling in, brother. And, with being honest and being candid, as far as, you being a trustee and training here at the foundation and not really knowing the value at first, but then, realizing the value and, admitting that, you weren't focused at first, but you had to get focused. And, sometimes, it's good to hear from people that, it's not all, easy peasy. And, there are certain challenges that come along with, not only digesting this information, but applying it. So, I appreciate you being honest and candid right there, man. That was some real stuff. Thank you.
It's always love, family. It's always love. I appreciate you. And we will be in touch. You already know. Peace to all the listeners, man. And thank you again. So, thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate you. Peace. Yeah, he had y'all shook. You thought I was going to take more callers, didn't you? No, I am not. I appreciate, respect, and love all of you in the switchboard who pressed one. But, I used to take all the calls, man. And then just got to a point where I was like, man, I'm trying to get up out of here. I just gave y'all everything I had, It's suffice to say these shows take something out of me, I wouldn't say a lot, but that it's not just me, It's not like walking and chewing bubble gum. How about that? But it's something I enjoy. It's as well as it may not seem as though lately it's something I enjoy, as well as it's a calling. I can acknowledge that. This is a calling. So found it, whatever. I mean, how many people? How many other people on high frequency teaching people, man? This is I really respect and honor and have humility for the position that I'm in. As far as Sot L, I'm really humbled by that, and I don't take it lightly, and I appreciate y'all. And when I say I love y'all, I'm not playing. It's not a joke. It's not to sound cool or sound good or sound woke or anything silly or ridiculous. I understand that you are me and I am you, and anything that you go through could be something I'm going through and vice versa. And, it's just one of those things, I understand and recognize the connection that we all have to each other, the connection that we have to nature, more specifically, to natural things. And, beyond all of the, what you would call the fluff, I guess, or the commentary provided by PR companies and 100% honesty. I tried that success stance. I did it, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And, I was left very wanting wanting, very depleted emotionally. It wasn't that dance. So, helping myself was dope, but helping everyone else and helping a lot of people is wonderful. This is a marvelous luxuriousness. And, it's a pleasure and it's an honor to be here. It really is. So I love y'all. I really do. Y'all the reason why I do this, man. I'm telling you. You have no idea. I get frustrated like the next man. Sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes, I falter and I come up short. But I put everything that I can into Sot. I put everything and more into the foundation. And, I put everything that I have in me into High Frequency Radio Network. So, I trust that, whether it's recognized or not, I trust that it's appreciated and that it serves its purpose, which is to raise the level of knowledge, to raise the awareness, and to raise the amount of information that is foundational in our communities, like the bare minimum. Let's raise that up. What's the bar? Let's raise the bar, the minimum. What are 12-year-olds talking about? I'll tell you this, I got a 15-year-old that will have a very succinct, mature, and sophisticated conversation with you about estate, trusts, and finance. And I think that is the new foundation. So not only do I talk it, I walk it. And, I do everything that I can in my power, in my human power, to assist you in walking it as well. And that's why, we do what we do over here. That's why you see what you see, and what you see is what you get. There's no fluff, no marketing over here. I hate marketing. I don't like it. What was it? Facebook was like, one of the Instagram posts was doing really well, and it was like, it's doing well, better than any other post. We're going to give you free $20. And I was like, whatever. And I clicked on it. It was like, you got to add your debit card or credit card. And I was like, nah, man, I'm cool. I don't even like marketing, let alone enough to give up some information, man. I'm private. I ain't got time for that, man. But when it comes down to it, it's all about what you know. But that's not the case. When it comes down to it, it's half about what you know, and the other half is about what you do. So I will continue to be Sot, the seeker of truth, so I can be the speaker of truth, so that I can assist you in your goal of acquiring what you know, of the what you know part. Let me help you with that. I got no problem with that. That's where I got it. But the what you do part is 100% on you. But I know that the fear and the hesitancy dissipates when you have the proper knowledge and comprehension required to meet not only your goals, but also to surpass them and figure out what's next, really. So with that being said, if you're interested in trustee training, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. I appreciate y'all checking out the show, The Foundation, 5 Necessary Aspects of a Business Trust. If you're interested in the document that I was referencing this show, just email me, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Put in show document 915. I get emails all the time referencing documents. There's been many shows that I've done where I reference documents, and there's going to be a lot of times in the future where people are listening to archive shows and they're trying to get their hands on a document. And there's so many times I get an email that doesn't have a date, and if you don't have the date, I don't know what you're talking about. So that's what I'm telling you. Put 915. Show document 915. I'll hook you up. Main reason why I do this is, I believe in you. And the main way I'm able to believe in you seriously and realistically is because I believe in myself. And if I could reach into my heart or into my mind and pull out the things, the characteristics, the disciplines that I believe that attributed to my successes in my life, and pull out the lessons that I learned from my failures in life that would best help you to achieve what you wanted tomorrow or within the next week or two. I would definitely do that. But it doesn't work like that. How it works is each one must not only work for, but also claim their own. You can work for the whole summer, save up your money for a car, go buy the car. And if you don't walk up there and claim the car and drive off with it, it was a waste. 100%. And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to help those who are looking to claim, not only change their life, change their circumstances, but claim their benefits. I ain't talking about state benefits or federal benefits. I'm talking about monetary, spiritual, and emotional benefits for real. Spiritual benefits when it comes to your lineage, when it comes to your progeny, when it comes to your heirs, when it comes to your family line. These benefits are not exalted in the public. You don't see commercials talking about, hey, did you respect your family lineage today? But it is what it is, whether you see it or not. And trust administration, being a steward of the wealth that you create on this earth while you're here, and creating the structures so that your heirs can be the stewards of your wealth and add their wealth to it and create a multi-generational family wealth system and situation is a very noble endeavor. And, I made it, my life's work to not only do that myself, but assist those to do it themselves and for their family. But I believe in you. I really do. Because I believe in myself. And it takes you believing in yourself to even try to do something. To even try. If you don't believe in yourself, you think you're going to fail, people are going to laugh at you, and you're never going to do it. But the biggest part is believing in yourself, even when no one else does. And trying, even if you really believe you're going to fail. That's the first step. So even if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. And I trust that after, you listen to enough of these episodes, you get enough information, you have enough comprehension, that you begin to believe in yourself. And if I can be just a small catalyst or a portion of the impetus for you to begin to believe in yourself, that's all I ask for. So with that being said, I trust you learned something from the 5 necessary aspects of a business trust. As I said, my name is Sot L. I am the host of the foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network, and it is always and will always be my pleasure to meet you here on the foundation, and let's discuss these things and learn these things and be cool with being nerds. But with that being said, I trust y'all have a great week. That you take care of yourself and you take care of those around you, because those people around you are you as well. And regardless if you believe it or not, there's an effect on you, on your psyche, when you see those around you suffering, especially those that you care about. So do something about it. But take care of yourself. Sometimes in ways that you don't even know how. Learn the ways to take care of yourself and do it, because that is your responsibility. But I say most importantly, enjoy yourself. Life is fleeting. Life is beautiful. Life is complicated. Life is ugly. Life is gorgeous. Life is luxurious. Enjoy yourself. Stop sometimes, take a couple breaths, and enjoy this thing called life. Enjoy the sway of the leaves and the breeze in the day on your lunch break. Even if you just got cussed out. Doesn't matter. Look at that. That's a beautiful and gorgeous thing. And enjoy the relationships and the people around you. And be nice. Not only to others, but to yourself. And, as I always say, make sure that you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night, as it is important. And with that being said, y'all have a great week. I will catch you next week. The same frequency, the hottest radio network on the planet, High Frequency Radio Network. Like I said, my name is Sot. That's Sot, Seeker of Truth L, Sot, S-O-T, Sot, not Sot. It's cool though. You can call me Sot. I won't trip. It's cool. As I said, the hottest radio network on the planet, High Frequency Radio Network. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Peace to the gods.
High Frequency Radio.